Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk, episode 127, an insane number. I am joined, as always, alongside my very sexy, very intelligent, very knowledgeable, very fun to talk to, very insightful co-hosts, Mr. Tyler C. Whitmore, Mr. Cam Walsh, 27, and Mr. Seth's Film Reviews. We got I hesitate to say we have a lighter episode because even when even when our rundown is not packed, our episodes are still like 2 hours and a half. So I'll say we have an episode for you guys today. We are finally reviewing Sing Sing, which just the craziest release schedule. But we all got around to watching it. So we're going to be reviewing that today. I will talk briefly on Becoming Led Zeppelin. I saw that documentary in IMAX. Cam, I don't know how much you and I want to talk about Invincible season 3, episodes 1 through 3. I feel like this is a show that we could do like a bonus episode.
Want to do a bonus episode? We can maybe mention it, but want to do a bonus ep?
I feel like a bonus ep for Invincible would be sick. I mean, I feel like we could do a bonus ep on just episodes 1 through 3 right now. Episode 3 is sick. We got that on the agenda. We got like some cool trailers this week that we're going to talk about. We're going to highlight some of the winners from the Critics' Choice Awards. And then we've been putting this off for a while, but it's finally the 4 of us on an episode. So we're going to do the ReelTok Collection. We're going to update the ReelTok Collection. So I'm excited about that. We've been putting that off for a while, but we're here. We're doing a lot of fun stuff. Shout out to our executive producers, as always, Mr. Stefan Johnson, Mr. Devin Willett, and Mr. Alex Kephart. Shout out to all of our patrons. I've tried to be more active in like the tennis chat of the Discord. I'm going to try to be more active in like just regular chats in the Discord. But if you want to join in on our fun little Real Talk community that we got going, it's truly fucking amazing. All of our links are in the bio. Our merch store is live again. Patrons do have a code available to them for 20% off. So another reason, if you're wanting to, join the Real Talk Patreon and you need an additional selling point, there it is, 20% off merch. And we have some sick merch. Cam's got the Real Talk Podcast hat on right now.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. But let's just get into our episode. Gentlemen, how are we doing? Cam, we'll start with you. How you been?
Yeah, it's been a good week. I feel like this episode is kind of maybe not the calm before the storm per se, but kind of a little bit. We get into the year a little bit after this week. We start, some slop coming out next week with Captain America, so we'll be back on our bullshit with that. But yeah, it's been a really good week. I've been doing something new this week. I've been doing something crazy. So I got this magic mind sent to me. Been doing I'm on day 4 of their 7-day challenge right now. Loving it. So you can drink it with coffee. You can just down it right at the start, right? It's literally just a shot. So I can't take shooters, but I do my best with it. That's it. And I'm done right there. I mean, that thing went down the hatch absolutely immediately. But I have been drinking it all week, basically, or since Wednesday, I should say. And it's been really helping me. I've had ADHD basically my entire life, as you guys know, and as audience members can probably tell, right, when just watching this podcast. And it's been really helping me at work. It's been keeping me engaged, making sure I stay focused at work. And that's been super useful. Haven't had to put any Subway Surfers on when I've been watching movies. I've been actually able to focus on the movies. So that's been fantastic. It's a super simple and safe and awesome mental performance shot. I've been a big fan of it this week. I'm excited to continue drinking it because the effects just continuously get better and better. So on the first day, may not notice as much, but as I've been getting through the week, I feel like I've just been absolutely locked in and can focus a little bit more. As you guys know, I've been posting more TikToks, been doing a little bit better with that.
Daily vlogs.
So it's just been, a lot of vlogs this week. It's just been helping me a lot. I can focus on things a whole lot more, and it's been giving me a lot of the energy that I need, right? I've been a 3 to 4 cups of coffee kind of guy a day. This is able to release caffeine. I don't understand how, or release energy throughout the day, so I don't feel dull after 2 hours of it. But yeah, I've been a big fan. Anyone else who's listening can obviously like go check it out. So it's called Magic Mind. You have a limited offer right now. You can use. You can get up to 48% off your first subscription or 20% off a one-time purchase with code ReelTok at checkout. So that's www.magicmind.com/ReelTok, ReelTok. So ReelTok spelled a little weird. ReelTok, magicmind.com/ReelTok. Go check it out. It's been very effective. Big fan of this product already. That's been the bulk of my week is just trying to lock in a little bit. I've been doing vlogs. I've been not watching a ton of movies. I've been I got the Star Wars bug again. So I watched.
You better increase that Attack of the Clones rating, Cameron. I see that.
Every time I watch that movie, the rating goes up. So I mean, that's something like
so in 17 watches, you'll be at like a 3.5.
I mean, yeah, but 17 watches could happen by end of year, Seth. Like I just watched. I watched.
I might do it again. You're inspiring me.
Yeah, I thought you watched something the other day. You tweeted about.
Oh no, I just thought about the Revenge of the Sith, and I went on YouTube and just watched like the ending.
Sure. Yeah.
Cool,
yeah. I thought you watched Revenge of the Sith.
No.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of all the Star Wars, and people like get mad at my ratings. I think some of the movie parts of it kind of suck. I don't think Hayden Christensen is not a good actor in those movies. I'm sorry, he's not. It's fine. Shut up, George. It's fine. Stop the revisionist history of we wish we'd go back to the Star Wars time. I love him to death. I hope to see him like as Darth Vader more and more as they just like throw slop on my tray. But I like movies, it's a tough.
You don't even think he's good in like Revenge of the Sith when he's a little bit
good in Revenge of the Sith. He's a lot better than Attack of the Clones for sure.
Yeah. I agree.
Attack of the Clones is like a brutal watch from him, unfortunately. And just the love aspect of it just doesn't work. But I don't know. I like it. But I texted you guys. Yeah, it's just I struggle with those parts. But like I like the Star Wars of it. I love Star Wars. But I have been like creating the mini me clone over there of Bailey. It's been fantastic. So like I've got him into Star Wars: The Clone Wars. So at night, if we're going to watch something, we try not to watch too much, but at night I'll be like, what do you want to watch? And he says Star Wars, and I'm loving it. Or I tell him like Purdue basketball is on. And he is like, yeah, I love this. I have no clue what it is, but he's pumped up. So it's fantastic. He's a little mini me clone right now.
Season 7 is going to ruin that kid's life.
There's that many.
Maybe by the time we get to season 7, he'll understand what's going on, maybe. So it might be like peak cinema to him. But yeah, it's been a good week. So Star Wars a lot. Watch Sing Sing. That's the review of the week. Not much other than that. Watch Jurassic World Dominion. Wanted to watch Jurassic Park 3. Only one you have to buy. Kind of whack. Probably because they know it's peak.
Where are they on? What platform are you watching them on?
So if you Google it, it's on Stars. And if you like search if you search Amazon Prime like premium subscription, I have the Stars premium subscription, but I can't watch it for some reason. It still costs me like $3.79, and it's a principal play.
Not on Netflix for you guys?
No, it's not on Netflix.
We got it on Netflix here.
That's nice. So I had to watch Jurassic World Dominion, which is available through my Stars subscription through Prime, which is kind of bullshit. But
yeah, I'm seeing the same thing for Jurassic Park 3.
I couldn't watch it.
It says watch Jurassic Park 3 with your Star subscription, and I'm on Amazon Prime.
I don't know, man. I might have messed something up, but it was telling me $3.79 or pay for $7.79 or whatever. It's whack stuff. But yeah,
is Dominion the recent one? Is that the recent one, or is that the one before that?
Yeah, Dominion's the recent one. Yeah,
okay, I haven't seen
the one before.
I have seen Fallen Kingdom. I haven't seen Dominion. I don't think
Dominion's real bad. Yeah, Dominion is like real bad, man. Watching it, I was like going back. I'm like, this is even worse than before. I like the dinosaurs, but just I don't know, real bad. Amped for the new one. We'll talk that later. Other than that, not a whole lot going on this week. I yeah, I don't know. Been doing vlogs recently. They've been fun. And,
Love the vlogs.
Yeah, I got Bailey sitting in the background right now. He's watching Bluey. We try not to let him like just sit and watch Bluey for 4 hours. So I definitely cannot keep that up for the entire podcast recording. So I'm gonna have to turn it off eventually, and then it just might become a rogue state of me on this podcast. So we'll see how it goes. But he's doing well right now. He's a happy kid. But yeah, that's my week.
Hell yeah. Love you, Tyler.
Love
how
you,
you
man.
doing?
I love you.
Okay.
I am doing well. Been a very busy, hectic week. Didn't watch much at all, but I'm taking off. Well, by the time this is uploads are already begun, but taking off like 4 a.m. tomorrow morning for a week of travel to Pittsburgh for work. So busy week and be gone. So have to prep a lot of stuff around here before I leave, like stuff I want to do for like TikTok and stuff while I'm gone, post while I'm gone. Get the podcast all sorted, have work stuff I got to finish up too before I go on a work trip. So been a really busy, hectic week. So really haven't got around to much. But yeah, just excited to get there already. I always get super anxious before travel. Not because I'm like anxious to fly or anything or travel. It's just work travel is always super busy. I know Cam's always like the opposite because he's like, it's nice. I get like a week off of I get to kind of chill a bit. I'm more the opposite. I like to be home with like my work set up here with my 3 monitors where I can be super productive. Or when I'm gone, I just get anxious because I'm not able to get everything done that I want to get done. But let's see, what did I watch this week? Caught up all the way on Severance, except for like the episode that came out like last night or the night before. So everything else, like the first season and like the first 3 episodes of season 2, fully caught up. So I think it's great. Obviously, I don't really.
I think I might have to check that one out.
Yeah, everyone, I mean, word on the street is it's like the show, so people are saying.
Yeah, I know everyone loves it.
Yeah, everyone.
Maybe we might need an episode on that, but
I was
don't
gonna
know
say
if I'm
that's
Severance guy.
We could all.
How many weeks do I have? Like how many episodes do we have left?
Yeah, that's a good point.
I don't know. I just had episode 4, so I'm guessing.
Is this season 2?
At least 4.
Yeah, there was 9 in season 1. I'll see 7 episodes in season 2.
I don't really know what it is, to be honest. I haven't really looked.
There's this isn't telling me how many episodes. I'm guessing there's either 8 or 9. How many episodes?
So
10 episodes in season 2. Okay, but each episode's like 45 minutes long. It's like when you open up the episode, it says it's like 50 minutes, but the credits always take hella long. But
sounds cool.
Yeah, it's a
love it.
Very dystopian idea. Just basically you just shut off your brain when you go to work and you're just completely different people. But yeah, it's the first season. I've seen a lot of people say it wasn't a slog. For me, it took me a few episodes to get fully into it. Never was really like hesitating getting into the next episode, but definitely wasn't like chomping at the bit like other shows got me to. But once I got like halfway through season 1, I was like fully locked in. And season 2 has been incredible so far. The end of season,
Emma and I watched the first episode and couldn't get into it.
Yeah, it took a few more than just the first episode for me. But yeah, it's not a 5 out of 5 for me yet. Some people are calling it like 5 out of 5, but it's still really great. And I think it's pretty much the best thing on TV right now, even though I'm not watching anything else on TV right now. But it's not Succession level yet for me. But we'll see if we can get there. But sounds like they're already making a writer's room for season 3, so it seems like it'll keep going. But I know there was like a 3-year gap between season 1 and season 2, so hopefully they do not do that again. Movies. Very easy watches this week. Sunday, I rewatched Fantastic Mr. Fox. Just a nice, cozy watch, fun movie. While I was working on stuff, I watched You're Cordially Invited, that Will Ferrell movie. Jimmy Tatro in it. Always like seeing him in movies, but
is he the guy?
Tatro, right?
Jimmy Tatro, whatever.
Is he
That's fine.
That
threw me off for a sec.
Is he the baby guy? Is that him?
The baby
guy?
Jimmy Tatro is like Real Bros of Simi Valley.
He's Real Bros.
Is he the baby? Is he the your boy guy?
Oh no, not him.
Who's that guy?
I don't know that guy.
He's Xander, right?
Yeah, Tatro's Xander. Yeah.
Tatro.
Look at me. Never even seen that show.
I might need to watch that shit. Man.
So we should do an episode for Real Bros.
No.
Well, it's not even like that one would be quick. But that movie's very skippable. It's far from the worst thing I've seen, but it's definitely not good.
I wanted to watch more 2025 releases because last year I just stunk.
I haven't seen one.
And as we get farther and farther in the year, and I haven't gone back and caught up, but just the hope grows, the hope dies quicker and quicker.
I mean, yeah, it's crazy. We're already like over a weekend of February, so it's like the year's cruising. Year's cruising. Then Riley and I watched Despicable Me. First one's great. I don't even think
I watched that recently. Not bad, man. Not bad. The
first one was great. First one's great. The second, I to be honest, can't really remember the second. I don't even know if I've seen the third, and I definitely haven't seen the fourth. So
for some reason, the first two were on Netflix, like in January, and so I was just powering through them. And then like third and fourth are not, and so then I kind of was like, well, I'm not going to go out of my way to find these things. Like, put your whole franchise on that.
Yeah, while we were watching it, like Riley's like, when Gru first shows up, she's like, wow, this is like the world's first introduction to Gru. I'm like, yeah. And then the Minions show up. She's like, wow, this is like the world's first introduction to Minions. I'm like, yeah, crazy, right? Then the next day we watched Shrek, so the first one as well, which I guess is the same exact thing as Despicable Me. I don't know if I've seen the third ever, but I definitely seen the second for that one.
It's fine.
The third one's got the baby,
and then the fourth is like coming, right? Like I think the fourth one is coming.
I think there
in like
are 4 Shreks, aren't there?
Yeah.
Shrek
The fourth one.
There's Shrek the third and Shrek Happily Ever After.
Yeah, the fifth one's coming then. Yeah. So yeah, I think exactly the same thing as Despicable Me. I've definitely not seen the fourth. Don't know if I've seen the third. So that's true for both the Shrek franchise and Despicable Me franchise. But I have seen both Puss in Boots. I have seen both Minions. So man, those franchises are mirroring each other for me. But that's really all I've been watching. I've been watching a ton of sports, mainly because that's just a lot easier to have on while I'm working on stuff, because it's just been like a crazy work week. So a lot of tennis, a lot of basketball. Super Bowl this weekend, I guess it's already happened for people listening. What's all of our predictions? Chiefs or Eagles? Who's winning?
Chiefs.
Tyler,
Are the Chiefs the ones who've won it like the last 2 times or something?
Yeah.
Okay, go with that.
I want Tyler. I've got a hot take here.
Who
do you want first?
I want the Chiefs.
Okay,
I don't like the Chiefs, but I want.
Why do you want?
Maybe it's a hot take. Maybe it's not a hot take then. I want the Chiefs as well, because I think the Chiefs are. I can't stand either of these teams. I'm sick of them both. Mm-hmm. I want the Dark Knight Rises to happen in the game to get canceled. But I think the Chiefs, a three-peat is fascinating enough that it interests me. Whereas I'm sick of the Eagles. I can't watch the Eagles play football anymore. I'm sick of every player on that field being the best in the league other than the quarterback. I can't watch Jalen Hurts throw any more goddamn footballs. He is the only quarterback in the league I will call a running back. That's a damn running back right there. And I'm sick of him. And I'm sick of the Kelseys. And so if the Chiefs win, Travis will retire, and then I can be done with them. Sick of them.
Yeah, I just want the Chiefs because I can't stand the Eagles or Eagles fans. So go Chiefs. Yeah, I hate the Chiefs too. Like, I don't care for either of these teams. Watching Kendrick Lamar will be fun. Watching everyone in the world think the Eagles are going to win the Super Bowl just for Mahomes to pull out some devil witch magic in the final 10 seconds again. But yeah, it's lame a team winning 3 times in a row. But I think sports also need sports need a dominant team in them to make them interesting. Like George and I talk about that all the time about like tennis lately. Is like Yannick Sinner's like the guy right now, but it's just not as fun when you don't have like a dominant person, because you always want like the Titan, the Goliath that you're always like, will someone take him down or not? But if it's like where anyone can lose on any given day, like that makes it more exciting for a bit. But at some point, you kind of want that team who's like the dominant, like the person, whether it's an individual sport.
You want the miracle. You want USA.
Yeah, you want to be able to see like, wow, there's a crazy upset. Whereas like college basketball for the most part this year, except maybe Auburn, it's like so many of the top 25 teams could beat each other, and you're like, yeah, wasn't the craziest thing I was.
Yeah,
I think it depends how long it lasts, though.
Fuck Auburn.
Like, I think you get to a certain point where it's like, you kind of want some fresh blood in there a while.
Yeah, like the Floyd Mayweather stuff went on way too long. That was where you're like, God, someone just win already. This is stupid, boy. Yeah. And then you just like, this is all rigged.
But you don't want them to be undefeated. You want them to be like have like 4 wins and 2 losses or something.
Depends on the sport.
Like the Pats didn't win for 10 years. This is a stat. Honestly, I learned this week. I didn't really realize. Like in their dominant run, they went 10 years without winning. That's crazy. That's crazy. Like they just were super dominant and then went dormant and then went super dominant.
They got the 2 Super Bowls in that time, though.
Yeah, that's fair. And Eli kissed him. And it was just I didn't even like realize that because I was younger, obviously, when it was happening. But that's crazy. But now I need the Chiefs to go 10 years. They've had their dominance. Go 10 years now.
Yeah.
Get Mahomes a win way later down the line. That's fine. In his
Get
like
Andy Reid out of
16-year
there.
contract. What contract does he have? It's like 10 years, $2 billion or some shit.
Something like that.
Or
But he'll pull a
12
Tom
years or
Brady in
something.
like 10 years where like people are going to start to say, okay, now the only thing you haven't done is win without the Chiefs. So he's going to pick a random NFC team, maybe the Vikings, maybe the Bears. And they'll come
Did you
over
see
and be the quarterback.
Did you see Tom Brady's making like reactionary YouTube clips now where he's got like the thumbnail of his face like put that in the thumbnail.
He's going for a hardcore midlife crisis right now. You know,
I
he's
know,
single.
dude. Like, you need help, man. You're the best quarterback ever to play the sport. Get help.
I'm like a billionaire. Like you don't need to be making YouTube
like-
Mr. Beast thumbnails.
It's insane, man. Like, I don't know. That's the funniest picture I've ever seen. But
yeah, that's my
it's
week.
football. Go
Hell
go
yeah.
Chiefs, I
Hell
guess. Yeah.
Love you, Tyler. Seth, how you doing?
I'm well. Not much from this week. Work, busy. Tyler, I was telling you the other day, I got a new game, which is cool. It's like a hyper realistic medieval RPG. Crazy. Like you have to like.
Is this
eat
the
to
one
the
you're
right-
tweeting about like crazy?
Yeah, when I'm replying to all the like fucking
Dude, you're replying
morons.
to, you're replying
Drop
to
the name of the game.
everyone.
You're keeping everyone on their toes. Drop
I'm
the
like
name of the
George
game.
with tennis right now. It's crazy. Like yeah, it's because basically like a bunch of like the anti-wokers because you can basically be gay in the game as like a gay character or like saying they need to boycott it and stuff, which is whatever. But it's really cool, man. It's like one of those games where you have to like
What's
eat
the name?
at the right Kingdom Come Deliverance.
Oh, okay.
So you have to eat at the right time. You have to like shower or bath. You have to wash yourself because if you don't wash, people will tell you smell and they won't speak to you. It's like a crazy, crazy, realistic like survival game. That's been really, really cool. Other than that, this week not really done much. George,
Seth.
I do have to apologize. I did watch the Ghost Story last night.
I know. I saw. I was hoping you wouldn't talk about it. I saw.
Yeah.
I saw.
I don't know. It's a weird one for me because I just didn't get. Well, actually, the first act I really liked. I did not like the scene with the prognosticator guy, whatever his fucking name is, when he speaks at the party, whatever. I think that I like how it.
That's the best scene, man.
No, I hated that scene.
Dude,
But-
he just goes on for 7 minutes untapped.
Yaps, crazy.
Oh my god.
No, it for me is cold. But I think that I think I said this in my review. Like I like how it's so focused on like its quiet moments and just using like an image as a point of resonation.
Yeah.
Like the sequence when she's eating. What's she eating now? When she just the pie when she just sat there. Really cool scene. I really like that moment. Like the first act definitely worked for me, but yeah, didn't love it. I watched The Insider, which obviously we'll speak about as our Patreon review this week. Sing Sing, which we're going to discuss in today's episode. I rewatched Memories of Murder. Amazing, like the best film ever.
You're gonna tell me that's a funny movie?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh,
It's like,
stop.
Memories of Murder is fucking hilarious, George.
Dude,
There is like, bro,
that movie made me want to kill myself.
Yeah, don't get me
how
wrong. It makes me want to
depressing
kill
it
myself,
was.
but I'm laughing. The guy is drop kicking people.
That's the
crazy.
only thing I laughed at. And I laughed at it
No.
once.
There's funny bits, but
After the second time he drop kicked someone, I was like, oh, okay, that's not a bit. That's just what he does.
yeah, but it's just so out of nowhere, just in like the most serious situation.
No, dude, that movie is not funny.
It's funny, but it does make me want to kill myself at the same time.
Oh my God.
Especially that final shot I tweeted the other day is like the greatest.
Yeah,
thing
dude,
ever.
it makes me
So
want
good.
to stab myself.
Yeah, that final
There
shot
is
is
nothing funny
crazy.
about that movie.
There is absolutely something funny. I refuse to believe you do not laugh watching Memories of Murder.
I don't.
Okay, fine. Wait.
I
Comment
laughed
down
at my-
below if you laugh watching Memories of Murder or not, and then we should
You're
find
out
out.
of your mind. You and Nalbus, bro. I don't know what you're doing.
I wa-
so out of your mind.
Chill. I watched a film called Awake with Hayden Christensen and Jessica Alba. It's not good. Don't watch it. Watched a film called The Juniper Tree, which has got Bjork, which is cool. And then watched Bad Lieutenant, which is like a Harvey Keitel investigative, like bleak, Abel Ferreira film. That was really good. But yeah, I've not really watched too much this week. I've watched like 7 films or so. 2 of which will be covered on the reviews anyway. But that's kind of it.
Hell yeah. Love you, Seth.
Thank you.
What What have I been up to? I wasn't here last week, unfortunately. Dude, I swear, I feel like I know I text you guys this. When I like skip an episode, I feel like I haven't, like, I feel like I was lost last week.
I feel
I was like,
uncontrolled. It's weird.
yeah, I was like, oh shit, my routine is so like intruded, like just so like fucked right now.
Gap of time, you know?
Yeah, it's
You
crazy.
just don't use.
So yeah, I went home last weekend. My parents were away, so they asked me to come home to watch their dog for the weekend. So I was home for the weekend, and while I was home, I figured I would
You
make
corrupted
like,
your dog by sharing every soundtrack and every movie
Yeah.
in the world with it.
I was
Brainwashing.
exploiting my dog for content and views. Yeah, I was working from home. All those videos were taken at like probably Thursday, like during the day, or Friday during the day when I was sitting at my desk working from home, and I was like, "What? I'm so bored right now. What can I do?" So I just picked up my dog and held him up to a TV.
Easy content, though.
Easy such easy content, dude. I should have recorded like 10 different movies.
Did you make them a minute long, George?
I don't think so. I haven't been focusing on the minute, honestly.
You should have.
I mean, I haven't posted in a while, or I haven't posted since last weekend, but yeah. So I went home last weekend to watch my mom's dog. So had a couple of, bonding days with the younger brother. And I figured while I was home, I went to like the dentist. I did my eye doctor appointment.
When you say brother, you're referring to the dog, right?
I am referring to the dog.
I was going to say, I had no idea.
I thought I should have.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
No. That's the dog. And then, I've been in the city this week. What have I done this week? I didn't get to the theater. Did I get to the theater this week?
Yeah, you went to see the Led Zeppelin film.
Oh yeah, Led Zeppelin. Fuck yeah. I went to see Led Zeppelin.
I know you better than you know yourself. Crazy.
Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, this week just felt like such a blur. I was so like every day at work, I was just so fucking like locked into my computer. My boss was away this week, so he unloaded a lot on me that I had to get done this week. So I was just like just annoyingly busy. And then where I work, they instilled 5 days a week in office mandatory starting in March. So
Ooh.
yeah, it sucks. I was
5 days. Did you say?
Yeah, I always went in 5 days just because I don't love working from the apartment. So it's not like that big of a hit. I just don't like that, like starting in March, I won't have the option to work from home. And if I do, I'll have to like use a personal day or something like that. So I've been trying to take advantage of work from home like this year until March starts. So I've been working from home like 1 day a week, which has been like fine. But yeah, I didn't really do much this week. The last time I spoke to you on the podcast, I think JFK was the last movie I had seen. So I rewatched Blade Runner. I wanted to show Victoria Blade Runner. She fell asleep probably within like 6 minutes. And it not because of Blade Runner. Okay. We started this movie at like 9:30 p.m., which is very late for us to start a movie.
She told me because it was Blade Runner.
Yeah. That was tough. I'm tearing watching this movie, and I look to my right on the couch, and Victoria is just under blanket, passed out. What makes it even worse is when I woke her up and I said, "Hey, like, just go to bed." She went to bed and spent the next hour reading a book.
Yeah,
so I was like, "What the fuck?" So
it was Blade Runner. I have beef with Victoria, by the way.
Why?
Just first off, I have major beef with her. Actually, I DM'd her, no big deal. I DM'd her happy birthday, no reply. So, hope it was a bad birthday, actually. So,
okay.
Got beef with Victoria.
I'm gonna text her about that right now.
Oh my God.
Do not tell her. I don't want to hear about it. I don't want any excuses.
Cam says he DM'd you happy.
Add in the no big deal, please.
And you never responded. No big deal.
That's great.
She's not even here right now. She's back. She was in Florida like 2 weeks ago, and now she's back in Florida for a bachelorette party.
Damn, must be nice.
Yeah, right. I'm going.
I think I'm
down
gonna start DMing all
Wednesday.
your significant others like random videos and stuff, and just become really good friends with them.
Nice.
Speaking of Florida, shout out Blake's Takes. Their TikTok of them doing the around the world at Epcot was
Yeah,
some of the
so
funniest
funny.
content I've ever seen on
Yeah.
TikTok.
I'm going to Orlando here shortly, like in the next 4 months. I mean, and I really want to drink around the world. Tickets there are crazy, man. Crazy.
Disney
It's
World
like
tickets.
Is that in
$250
Disney
for a
World?
day pass.
Yeah.
How much?
Yeah. Like $250 for a
Much.
day
One
pass.
day.
And each of those drinks would be
for-
like $20 each.
And those drinks
For
will
an
be like Disney prices. Like
Yeah, exactly. Like,
That's
so
insane.
we don't have to buy a ticket for Sutton yet, but we'd have to buy a ticket for Bailey. Also, couldn't drink around the world with them, probably. Like, definitely not sure that's
Nah.
allowed.
You can for sure.
Yeah, you can.
That would be. They should sell that
No
as like
doubt.
a Patreon tier service for the Duck Takes pod because I would subscribe. Be like, take me on your tour of around the world so we can just all get a hammer together. That's such a
Dude,
good
he
idea.
looked hammered. So I know it's Blake, and then I forget what's his brother's name. Garrett, thank you. Garrett was hammered after like drink number 2, I thought. And so I was like,
I
it's
thought that
what's
when I
going
watched
on
it.
here?
I was like, that guy's already drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I thought he was
nice.
drunk after drink number 1. I thought they were taking shooters before, man. It's crazy.
No, that was funny. Epcot is fun. I went once to Epcot like years ago.
I think we should drink around George's apartment when we go to New York. I'll just black out in every room.
I mean, yeah, I'm so down. Okay, what was I talking about?
I don't know, man.
Blade
Watch
Runner,
Blade
not
Runner,
Blade
Blade
Runner. So good, so fucking good. Like genuinely one of the best to ever do it. I watched Ghosts of Mars, John Carpenter movie.
Oh, I haven't seen that. I know what it is though.
I went into this movie knowing absolutely nothing. I shuffled my watch list and this came out on top. And all I saw, I was like, John Carpenter. Okay, cool. Haven't seen a John Carpenter movie in a while. Let's do it. I'm watching this movie. Ice Cube shows up. I'm like, oh shit, sick. Jason Statham shows up. I'm like, oh shit, sick. Like such a interesting cast. But basically, it's a movie like going to Mars. But like the humans colonized area of Mars has been taken over by like the aliens of Mars or some shit. So it's a Mars war movie. I don't know. It was
I
fun.
know it's like one of his most hated, I think.
Yeah, what does it have? It has it's got a 2.4.
Jesus.
Yeah. I don't think it's I mean, actually, yeah, I do. I gave it a 2.5, so I do think it's 2.4 reasonable. Transformers, the movie, the OG animated movie from 1986. It is just on YouTube. Like,
Is it
I think you've told us that before, unless you're also talking about like the original Fantastic Four.
I was talking about Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
George loves a good YouTube watch of just random movie that's posted on there.
I couldn't find it anywhere, and YouTube is usually my last resort if I want to like rent or buy a movie. So
there is a lot of free stuff on YouTube. To be fair, like there is like a lot of free films on YouTube.
I haven't.
You don't just like Google it though.
What do you mean?
Like if you Google a movie, it'll tell you where to watch it.
Yeah.
So what do you mean it's your last resort?
It wasn't streaming anywhere.
Oh, okay.
So like I go to Amazon.
I thought it tells you if it's on YouTube.
No. It wasn't streaming anywhere, but it says like you could watch these movies here, but to pay rent. So I go to
rent.
Yeah, rent movies.
Oh, pay to rent. I thought you were paying rent for like an apartment.
No. Rent movies. But yeah, this was just free on YouTube. Kind of smacks. Not a bad hour and 20 minutes. I watched Dog Soldiers, which was Neil Marshall's debut. My goat, Neil Marshall.
I nearly watched that like 2 days ago. I didn't realize.
Yeah, it was kind of electric. It was basically just about like this group of soldiers that were just dropped in this woods to do like a training exercise, and then they realized that their opposition are werewolves. And it kind of like unfolds it's very creepy. It's very claustrophobic. It's like kind of everything you would expect from like a nice Neil Marshall picture. The
just
whole
seen Neil Marshall picture. I sound like, what did you say?
Sure. Did I? I don't know. I'm bugging out. I'm gonna be honest. I can't hear myself right now. I bought these new headphones, and they are noise canceling headphones. And I don't know how to turn. I don't know how to turn off the noise canceling stuff. So I can't fucking hear myself talk right now. So I feel like I'm mumbling.
And your angle's off on your webcam. It's a tough day.
I swear I'm still looking at myself, and it's not right. Like, this is not the angle I'm usually at. I don't know what's going on. Seth, I got to the gym last weekend when I was home, and I had the Beats Studios, and I went to put the Beats Studios on, and they just snapped, like right here, like this area of the Beats Studios, they just snapped outward. So that ruined. I have no idea. It pissed me off.
My Beats are usually like, I wear Beats and they're usually really sturdy.
Like, in fairness, I've had these Beats for like 2.5 years, so they were ready to go. But yeah, I ended up working out for like 20 minutes because I didn't want to work out without music.
I did that yesterday. My AirPods were out of charge when I got there. It's like the worst thing ever.
It's the worst. Working out without music is genuinely just the worst.
Yeah.
Dog Soldier's good. I watched Dick. Dick was cool. It was this I was gonna say old, but it's 1999. Kirsten Dunst, Michelle Williams movie about two girls that kind of like randomly find themselves working as Richard Nixon's dog walkers as the Watergate scandal unfolds. So they kind of like play themselves as like inside whistleblowers. Like in the story of Watergate, there's that Deep Throat guy that like went unnamed for like decades. In the movie, like the girls are Deep Throat. They're the one that kind of like figure out what's going on within the White House and then tell it to reporters. Really cute movie, like genuinely really cute movie. A significantly like more clever script than I had anticipated. And Kirsten Dunst and Michelle Williams are just awesome. I watched Dread finally. I can't believe I haven't like ever seen Dread. Dread is one phenomenal world away from being a 5 out of 5. That's kind of what held this movie back for me. It's a really cool movie. Everything within like that building, there's some really cool slow-mo shots. There's some really just really gruesome, really like savage moments. And also the movie like surrounds itself around this drug. So it's like more psychedelic than I had thought it would be. My problem was the world. The world did not feel dystopian. It did not feel like lived in. And I swear this movie was one, like, I'm trying to think of like another movie's world to compare it to. This movie was one like RoboCop-esque world away from being a 5-star for me. It was a very good movie. I really liked it. Rush Hour, I'd be rewatching Rush Hour so many times, man. It's just the GOAT. Tyler, I watched Eurovision Song Contest, A Story of Fire Saga.
Oscar-nominated film. Oscar-nominated
for what? For original
Best
song?
original song.
Oh, yeah.
So
Which should have won, low-key. That song's great.
Yeah, song did bang. Also, I had to like Google if that was actually Rachel McAdams singing. It is, but it's not. They use like her voice and a hybrid voice,
like the Angelina Jolie from Maria type thing.
Yeah, exactly. But either way,
it's definitely Will Ferrell's voice
for sure.
Isn't Morbius Oscar nominated?
No.
Or some really bad like superhero movie that
Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad makeup
for makeup.
Oscar winning, I believe. Actually,
Oscar winning, right?
Oscar winning.
Damaged. Oscar winning.
That's awesome. That's great.
Yeah, no, I like Eurovision. Yeah, it was fun. It was funny. It was a fun. Victoria and I were like struggling to find what we wanted to watch that night, and we were just kind of both in the mood for like something domeless, some comedy.
Soundtrack cooks like when they do like the mashup when they're all in that house, like that bangs.
Yeah, that was given like Pitch Perfect riff off vibes.
Like,
yeah, that was a great scene. Yeah, no, it was good. It was good. I love.
Is it like that Justin Bieber film that Cam likes, whatever it's called?
Oh no, Cam likes Never Stop, Never Stopping.
Is that not the same
Nothing
thing?
wrong with Never Stop, Never Stopping. All right.
No, I'd say they're a little different vibes.
A little different.
They're definitely different vibes. Never Stop, Never Stopping is just a documentary
of Lonely Island.
Mockumentary. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I was thinking of the Justin Bieber movie, like the Don't stop. What?
No,
Fuck.
No.
I don't know why I said
My
Justin
bad.
Bieber. I thought it
Also
was
good.
like.
Also good. Chill.
Wait, what's
No,
Popstar? Is that not like
Pop
a
star
Justin
never
Bieber,
stop,
like-
never stopping bangs though. That's great.
That's
Is that
like a
Andy
mockumentary.
Samberg?
That's like a
Yeah.
mockumentary.
Yeah, but is he not
Yeah.
Andy Samberg? Like,
No, it's Lonely
It's
Island.
the Lonely Island.
oh,
band,
it's
the
Lonely Island. Oh, maybe I need to
Yeah,
watch it.
Lonely
Yeah.
Island something.
Okay, fair,
Yeah.
fair.
I threw it on the ground.
But yeah,
Yeah,
the title of
Lonely
that
Island's
movie is
good,
like
man.
a riff on the Justin Bieber
On the
documentary,
Justin
which
Bieber,
now is
okay.
bothering me. What is that called?
Yeah.
Don't stop, never stop believing.
That might
It's
be
not.
why.
Don't stop believing. Obviously, that's Journey. What is the Justin Bieber doc called?
Right now, Justin Bieber.
Never say never.
Never say
Oh
never.
yeah, never say never. Yeah, Eurovision was good.
Good song.
Funny movie. Couple of good running bits, like "Play Ya Ya Ding Dong" was funny. Are you guys siblings? Probably not. That made me laugh every time, and it was hilarious. Spoiler alert: they actually like kind of become siblings at the end of the movie because their parents marry each other. I was like, okay, so they are siblings now.
Dude, Pierce Brosnan loves being in movies with ABBA in it. Mamma Mia and Eurovision. Like if ABBA's involved, Pierce Brosnan's like, sign me up. I'm there.
Such a weird movie for him to be in. Yes.
George, I need to tell you something. You're not going to be happy with this.
Don't tell me some news. Don't tell me some bullshit.
I did not know Andy Samberg was the Lonely Island guy.
Oh, God, dude!
I've only just realized that.
You just thought they were two separate, completely different people.
I had no idea he was in Lonely Island.
It's like a Hannah It's like a Hannah Montana.
I used to watch.
situation
I've
that we
got
have
the.
going on right now.
Remember the song "I'm on a Boat" with T-Pain?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I used to listen to that
dude.
when I was younger, like all the time. I've got it up now.
Good actually,
Oh.
not bad songs.
No,
Like, dude, they're good songs.
that's Andy. I can't believe it.
The
Okay,
Pop
that's
Star
good.
Never Stop, Never Stopping soundtrack is like quite great.
Yeah, I need to watch this film. That's kind of blew my mind a little bit. That's
It's funny.
It's got
really
Seal
funny.
in it. It's a fascinating watch. For
Yeah, like
sure.
Seth, have you heard the Lonely Island song about Bin Laden?
I probably
Fucked her like a fuck.
Well, that's from the movie. But
Yeah.
watch the movie, report back.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. I'll
It'll
watch
be a
it.
3
I'll
year,
watch it. I can't believe I didn't know that. I'll watch it this week.
Yeah.
I'll watch it this week.
I'm pretty sure.
Pantano ratings. It'll be like a fun 3 will be your rating.
No. Yeah, actually, maybe.
Or a low 3.5.
I think you'll give it a 3.5. I think you'll find it more creative than just fun, but it's going to be a low 3.5.
Well,
Okay,
movies
I'll
Bad
take it.
Man Man gives it a 5, I think.
Man.
I watched Sing Sing, which we'll talk about in a hot second. And then I had a nice double feature Star Wars night. I don't know why I was in the mood for Star Wars, but yeah, I
Star
came
Wars
home
is
from
peak.
work. It's so peak. I came home from work and I decided not to go to the gym that night. I was just very tired and I had nothing to do. So I threw on Empire Strikes Back pretty early in my night. Like I made dinner and just sat down and watched the movie. And then Empire Strikes Back finished and it was like 9 o'clock. So I was like, oh shit, let me not go in order and let me watch The Force Awakens now. Force
That's
Awakens.
an interesting choice. For after.
Yeah, I don't know what that back to back was, but Empire Strikes Back. That might be the greatest movie ever.
It is the Star Wars film. I agree.
Yeah, it
Heck
is
yeah,
certainly
man.
the best Star Wars movie. It's so there, dude. There are so many. Everything on Hoth is fantastic. The introduction of Yoda is so beautiful. Everything in
it's
Cloud
cool.
City is so phenomenal. Luke's visions of Vader and then seeing himself in Vader's, like, it's so fucking good. Force Awakens is also good. I get the arguments. It's just A New Hope. I'm totally fine with that. It's Star Wars for a new generation. So I look at A Force Awakens as a reimagining instead of like a sequel. And I think
like
if you look at it, if you look at it from that lens, I think you'll have a much better time. If you get caught up in like, oh, it's just a New Hope, just beat for beat. It's like, yeah, sure, shut the fuck up. Just watch the movie and enjoy it. And then I watched Becoming Led Zeppelin. I'll talk about that very quickly here. It's just a documentary on. It's like an origin story documentary. Like half the documentary focuses on the 4 of them individually and kind of what they did up until the point when they met. There was obviously updated interviews from Jimmy Page, John Paul George, and Robert Plant.
Yeah.
And then this documentary also had like recovered, unseen or unheard interviews, because you don't see him actually, unheard interviews from John Bonham, who died decades ago, obviously. So it was cool hearing like that kind of interspliced with the other three in present day. And then there was a lot of unseen footage, very cool unseen footage of Led Zeppelin. And then the second half of the documentary kind of focuses on the group through Zeppelin 2. Or no, I think the documentary ends before Zeppelin 2 was released. But yeah, either way, if you like Led Zeppelin, I don't see how you don't watch the documentary. It's not like the best musical documentary I've seen. It really
have you seen the Talking Heads one?
No.
The what's it called?
Oh, that's the concert film. Yes.
Yeah. What's
yes.
it called? What's it called?
Oh God! So
it's not making sense. That's
not making sense.
I need to watch that.
Yeah,
okay,
I can't believe I couldn't think about that. The amount of times I've seen that on my timeline.
Yeah,
that's good. But that's a full concert film. This is a documentary. Although the second half of Becoming Led Zeppelin really does unfold as like kind of a concert film. It's literally just an hour of music, which is kind of electric. And then just very infrequently interspliced with like Jimmy Page, John Paul George, and Robert Plant singing, talking. So I've been listening to so much Led Zeppelin this week. They're so good, man. They really are just so fucking amazing. And then what else have I watched? I watched The Insider, which will be our Patreon exclusive, dropping on Friday. And then last night I threw on Transformers: Dark of the Moon. I started watching the Critics' Choice Awards. I made it one award. I think the first award was Best Ensemble. Conclave won. I turned it off and threw on Dark of the Moon, and because I realized I don't care about any of these movies winning any awards, which sucks. But we'll talk about the Critics' Choice in a little bit. But yeah, Transformers: Dark of the Moon, funny fucking movie, man. Like truly, just
it's a funny film, especially the first act.
Yeah, first act is just so funny. It's like I hate that we let Alex Coleman's propaganda win.
It really annoyed me when I watched it, and I was like, "Well, this is actually
it really bothers me. Fuck that guy." All right, let's move on. The main review of the day is Sing Sing, which we are obviously weeks delayed, but they did have such a stupid release.
Technically, like 2 years delayed. This is a 2023 movie, according to Letterboxd.
It's
not, but
it was in theaters for like a couple weeks, and then they removed it from theaters and threw it on streaming. And then they were like, "Oh shit, this is an Oscar contending movie. Maybe we should put it back in theaters." And then it was re-released in theaters for a while. I didn't see it in theaters. And then it was again re-released to digital. And that's where I watched it. Sing Sing. Divine G, imprisoned at Sing Sing for a crime he didn't commit, finds purpose by acting in a theater group alongside other incarcerated men in this story of resilience, humanity, and the transformative power of art. It stars actors Coleman Domingo, Sean San Jose, and Paul Racy, alongside many real-life incarcerated men who are themselves alumni of the program during their incarceration, including Clarence Divine I. Macklin and John Adrian J.J. Velasquez. We will start. I don't know who saw it more recently, so we will start with Seth.
Yeah, like George said, I think this was it's an awkward one because there was a couple of cinema releases back in like December, I think, which I couldn't get to. It was like only there for like a week or something, so it was a tricky one. I really liked Sing Sing. I think that it's very, very powerful film. You know, it kind of targets the. Is that Bluey I can hear in the background?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I thought I was muted. My bad, y'all. My bad. Get it? My bad.
What is that? Crazy.
I was waiting for him to realize.
Yeah, I think it's a film on the value of self-expression within art, and there's no other way you can kind of do that and able to convey like your real personality. There's a really like amazing sequence in the film where I can't remember what the guy says, but he says we're here to be human again and do things we can't outside of society. And actually taking a look at these incarcerated guys and I guess putting a personality to the face and making them feel like people again through art forms, I think is a really, really powerful way of doing it.
Can we just quickly?
Yes.
This isn't a movie that like we're gonna like go into like spoiler section. There's nothing really to spoil.
No.
So I'm just gonna issue a spoiler warning now, just in case we mention like specifics. Like there's nothing really to spoil in this movie, but I will throw on
Before we do that, 4 out of 5 from myself. I'm gonna go like an 83 out of 100. George,
4 out of 5.
4.
4.
Yeah. Okay. So we're all around the same. I think we should, before we spoil, like let people know what our scores are.
Okay. So yeah.
Now we got spoiler warning.
Spoiler warning. Yeah. So I think that to take like actors who aren't actors and kind of bring these literally amateurs for a lot of them. A lot of them was their first thing. A lot of them obviously previously incarcerated men who went through the what's it called again? The what was it called? The program. Yeah, but there was a name.
Yeah, it had a specific name.
That's really annoying me.
Yeah, it was an acronym. Hold on.
Yeah, it was. That's going to really annoy. Oh, RTA. The Rehabilitation Through Arts Program, which makes complete sense, and I think it really, really is so powerful. Coleman Domingo for me is like one of the guys working today, and I look for his filmography and I'm like, this guy needs to fucking get in better stuff, man. Like this, because it's a shame that Hollywood have only kind of started to really realize his talents. Like I think since maybe like Euphoria was first time. Did you watch Euphoria, George?
I did, yeah.
That was the first time I saw him, and I was like, "Oh, this guy's fucking great." And then obviously since then, he's Oscar nominated for Rustin, which was a film that was whatever, but he was great in it. And I think that this film has so much personality, and it's amazing that there's not really, for me, there wasn't really a weak link in any of the roles. Considering so many of them are amateurs, it's like astonishingly impressive. Like Clarence Macklin, who played, what was his name, Divine Eye.
Divine Eye.
Amazing. Truly, truly astonishing. Like I think if I was to look back now at what we spoke about in the ReelTok Awards, he'd be very up there for me in like that top 5 range of supporting actors. Same for Coleman Domingo as the lead as well. But I think it's so powerful because it's showing something that nothing else can really handle and manage other than art form in terms of getting personality out there without actually being vulnerable. Like, there's a lot of stuff in this about opening up, which is something that we speak about regularly, and something that holds so much importance to all our lives, and kind of the quest for redemption when you've been down dark paths before. And I think it's a really massive testament to the filmmakers that they got a group of people involved, previously incarcerated men, amateurs. It feels personal, it feels real, it feels reliable. And yeah, I thought it was really, really good. 4-star for me. I think it's a brilliant film, and acting wise especially, no weak links, and definitely the main two are very much up there for me in terms of like the best performances of the year. It's a shame, like George said, that it didn't get a better distribution at the time, because I think it's a film that really needs to be seen by a lot of people. Also, the end scene is fucking amazing. I love the end scene. Coleman Domingo, the master of expression. So good. Love him. 4 out of 5.
Literally, I mean, we talk about it a lot all year, but like, release your movies on time, because like this, I don't know if it would have done damage at the ReelTok Awards, but like Coleman Domingo for sure would have been nominated for Best Actor. I could have seen one of these guys.
Cinematography, I think, would have been up there.
Yeah, there's just so many. We talk about like The Brutalist. Like, yeah, if The Brutalist was released on time, I don't think it would have done damage. I think Sing Sing would have appeared in a lot of nomination spots.
Yeah.
Cam, overall thoughts on Sing Sing?
Yeah, massive fan. Really, really enjoyed Sing Sing. One of those I really want to rewatch again, and I can see it going up. Very like interesting using people that this has kind of impacted. Hey, bud. Bailey needs to go potty.
Oh, yeah.
Coleman Domingo is fantastic. I love the cinematography. I really, really enjoyed this movie. I thought it was super emotional. Like, watching this thing was just like heartbreaking start to finish. Okay, we're going, bud. But yeah, big fan. 83 out of 100. I'll be right back.
Tell him me too. I kind of got a poo as well. All right, I'll take over. Yeah, I really liked Sing Sing. I really, really liked it a lot, to a point where I think my 4-star rating is a bit like disingenuous. I think on rewatch, because I definitely do want to rewatch this before the Oscars. I think this could be a 4.5 star. This was when Victoria and I watch movies together, even if they're more serious movies or if they're lighthearted comedies, we'll always be like talking during the movies. Like, we'll be talking about the film, we'll be talking about scenes, what we think is going to happen. we were silent the entire movie. We were both just silent. Every so often, I looked over. This girl is hysterically crying.
Victoria 5 didn't she?
Yeah, she gave it a 5.
I
She
did see
fucking
that.
loved this thing.
Yeah.
And like she's very stingy with her 5 stars. Like she doesn't just throw out 5s whenever. So when I was like, "Oh, what do you think you're gonna rate that?" She was like, "I think a 5," and I was like, "Oh fuck." But no, this movie. I mean, not enough could be said about like the description says, the transformative power of art. And I love that that's what everyone's getting out of this movie, because art really is just fucking beautiful. Like even when I'm watching shitty movies, in the back of my mind, I'm like, this movie sucks, but like this is fantastic. Like we have technology to record something and put it on a screen and digitally alter it or blah blah blah. And just art in general is just fucking cool. But for me, the biggest thing coming out of Sing Sing was just vulnerability of men, and the importance of opening up, the importance of talking, which the people closest to me know I don't talk about shit.
You do.
To you guys via the text. Like I don't go to therapy or
I'll
whatever.
open you right up, George. That sounded very, very odd. But you know what I mean?
I mean, yeah, go for it. But yeah, that was my biggest takeaway from the movie, is just how important it is for men to speak up. And my Letterboxd review is actually like legitimately my favorite quote from all of 2024, any movie, when
The vulnerable one.
Yeah, what was his fucking name in the movie? I want to Brett. When Brett says just being real with each other and vulnerable, it's something men don't really get to do often. And it's true. It's true. We don't. A lot of men, including myself, like we're people that just bottle shit up, man. We don't talk about shit, and we either think it's soft to talk about shit, or if you're someone like me, I just don't like talking about shit. So this movie just kind of really struck a chord with me. The entire time I was watching it, I was thinking about everything, man. I was thinking about my life, how I've gotten to this point, what I've been through. I was thinking about like the next stages of my life, and things that are going to change and stuff like that. It was a movie that just, it had me thinking, man, and I didn't like that. I really don't like to think. I don't like to think about my feelings. I try to like avoid all that shit, but this movie just had me so dialed in my head, man. Coleman Domingo's so good. I think of the best actor nominees, he would be my number one. I think I have him above. Yeah, I think I have him above Chalamet as Bob Dylan and Adrian Brody as.
You mean out of the nominees?
Out of the nominees,
Okay,
yeah. I think his only competition would be Timothy Chalamet. I think he blows everyone else out of the water. Who else is nominated? Adrian Brody, Timothy Chalamet, Coleman Domingo. Who am I missing right now? I'm missing someone like big.
You're missing 2.
Yeah.
Kieran Culkin is supporting. Nice. There we go, Tyler.
Who did he say?
Sebastian Stan.
Sebastian Stan.
Yeah. Who's the other one?
I thought he said the other.
I was waiting for him to tune in.
Who the hell is the other one? That's
I
going
can't
I don't know. Someone Google it and find out. But
Ray Fiennes, Conclave.
Ray Fiennes.
Oh, he was good.
Yeah.
I was going to say whoever it is probably mid. I like Ray Fiennes.
But still, man, like I still think Ray Fiennes was great. But Coleman Domingo, man, you knew watching this movie that he was gonna inevitably just like explode. Like there was gonna be that big moment where he had that moment to shine, when his character just feels the weight of everything happening. And Divine G is just the perfect example of a dude just throwing a smile on, putting a smile on, hiding everything that's going on inside himself, just caring about everyone else. And then he just had that moment to snap where he was denied parole. And he was like, what the fuck are we doing? We're dressed up like this. What are we doing? Like, and that was like, that's the Oscar clip right there. That scene on stage during the dress rehearsal where he was just so fucking phenomenal. But yeah, this whole movie really struck a chord with me. Again, I think my 4 stars, just even talking about this movie and thinking back on it, it's just a little low right now. But it really was just, go.
I was just gonna say, like, to back off what you were saying in regards to vulnerability, you have to imagine, like, in a situation like this as well, like within the confines of those, prison walls. I mean, I haven't been to prison, but like the facade that's there is very, hyper masculine. It's a masculine thing, and instead of kind of being themselves and being completely open with their struggles, they use art as an expressor to that, which is like what you were saying. In your day-to-day life, talking about things doesn't come naturally, and getting emotional over things doesn't come naturally. Whereas in a film, you can resonate and put yourself contextually into that situation, which helps you to do so. Because it kind of takes you away from your own mindset, which is kind of like these guys here is using that expression to take them away from it. So I think it's it's a real thing, this program anyway. So it kind of makes complete sense. I think that's the best way to express yourself, and is art and theater and a lot of good stuff, whatever.
Yeah, and this movie, like, for myself, it just feels like, I don't know, it feels like the perfect storm. Like you're touching on art, which obviously very near and dear to my heart. We talk about art every single day of our lives with what we do.
We do love art.
We do fuck with art. I'm just gonna open my blinds real quick. I'm still here, don't worry. So yeah, it's a combination of something we love, which is just art, and then you tack on mental health struggles and male vulnerability, and it was never going to fail for me, and it worked even better than I had imagined. So yeah, Jesus, what the fuck is going on with my lighting right now? Do you guys see this?
She's blind. Yeah, she's blind.
Yeah, wipe off your camera, see if it adjusts.
Is something, you on fire there, George? It's kind of smoky.
My camera fucking clean, bro.
Yeah, you're done.
Maybe, I don't know, man. You got to get it to focus, not on your blinds.
It's fucking nonsense.
You're finished.
I
think within this, within this movie, and I don't know if you guys have touched on it. Sorry, I've been bouncing all around. But I think you can really feel like the emotion come off screen, just because like all of these people are. I can't remember if they're just reformed. I can't remember if they're reformed people who have been incarcerated, or if they are truly from Sing Sing. I don't remember.
A couple, few, half and half or something, like a few.
I think all of them were a part of this program.
I don't think all of them. Well, actually, you might be right. Let me check.
Yeah, you could be right. Either way, I think you can really feel the emotion and the heart come through this movie with that. And it makes for something really special that you're watching, right? I think it's something that I really enjoyed and kind of came away with. And I know I think it's just a cool thing when you're making something about this subject. You can use people who have been reformed from incarceration or have come from this, and they can give you kind of like a testament to what it's like, and it just makes it a little bit more meaningful, a little bit more impactful. Just something I really enjoyed about it.
Clarence Macklin was part of the.
Oh, really? Cool.
Yeah. He was I didn't know which of these men were formerly incarcerated men. So to finish the movie and find out that Divine Eye was one of them, I was kind of stunned, because I was like, damn, this guy could fucking act. But yeah, like Cam said, I love this movie because of how personal it feels to everyone involved, the incarcerated men, the crew, Coleman Domingo. Like, this movie just feels so personal to everyone involved, and it's very clearly just something that's very heartfelt, very emotional. Really struck a chord with me, really struck an annoying chord with me, because I don't fuck with thinking. But yeah, I'm excited. Unfortunately, I think it's going to get shut out at the Oscars. I don't see it being the front runner in any category.
Is it nominated for anything else?
Yeah,
Best Picture? I don't know. Maybe.
No, it was not been nominated in Best Picture. That was, I think, everyone's big snub of the year when it came to Best Picture. It was nominated for Best Actor, Best Adapted Screenplay, and Best Original Song. So it's definitely, it's certainly not the front runner for Best Actor. It's not the front runner for Best Adapted Screenplay. So yeah, maybe, I don't know, maybe Original Song will sweep in and take it from El Ma.
We know what's really Original Song.
Wow. But yeah, anything else we want to say about Sing Sing? I know we're kind of a little bit of a shorter review, but again, there's not much to spoil here.
No, I think you understand, going into it, if you start watching it, you understand the concept, and I think it's really, it's a very powerful film. I would recommend everyone listening, if you haven't already, watch it. It's available on Prime rental, like VOD or whatever now. So I really recommend it, especially before the Oscars, because like George said, like I said, and I'm assuming Candace as well, like Colin Domingo, especially in terms of like Oscar categories and nominations, really helped there for me. It's actually probably my favorite right now in terms of the nominations. Yeah, it probably is actually. And then probably my second favorite of last year, like altogether.
Yeah.
In terms of best actor.
Definitely think of the nominations. He's my number one. Again, I don't think he's going to win. I think there's a very clear top two, which is Timmy and Adrian. Even after Critics' Choice last night, I think there's a clear top one, which is Adrian. But listen, crazier things have happened at the Oscars.
Jamie Lee Curtis. Jamie Lee Curtis.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Give him a fucking honorary one.
Yeah.
You know, if we get like it's Colin Domingo to be like one of those guys who's like just gets 12 Oscar nominations and just never wins, that'd be quite sad. I can see it happening. I can fully see it. And then he gets it for like a shit performance when he's like 90. That's what's going to happen. I'm predicting his career right now.
Damn,
hopefully
man.
not.
I know he's done so much, and I don't want to limit him to like one small role.
Shout out him as Norman Osborn too.
Oh yeah, oh my God, yeah, shout out him as Norman Osborn. Wow, that completely slipped my mind in the what have we been watching? We've been watching the Spectacular Spider-Man or Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man.
Is it good?
Yeah, I like
it's not
it.
bad.
Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah.
I like it.
It's not amazing. It's like not invincible, but it's good.
No,
How does
like the animated shows out right now?
Invincible
is like an S tier, and in Amazing Spider-Man, Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, whatever, is like B tier. I'd say.
Is it better than like SpongeBob? Peak SpongeBob?
Dude.
No, that's like S tier.
Yeah, true.
Peak SpongeBob's like the best ever.
The
best to ever do it.
May argue.
Yeah, S plus.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I don't want to like dumb Coleman Domingo's career down to a single scene, but the scene in Euphoria, the out clip, it wasn't a part of the actual show. You know how they release like those like bonus
little, like,
episodes?
segments.
Yeah. There's a scene where he's talking to Zendaya, and he leaves to call his wife and kid. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
And while he's on the phone with them, Moses Sumney's "Me in 20 Years" plays in the background. Genuinely one of my favorite scenes from any TV show ever. It is. Dude, Coleman Domingo can fucking act.
Every time he was on the screen in Euphoria, he like made it.
Anyone know his 2025 filmography that he's got? 2 movies that'll shock you. Well,
no, I know one
shock
of them.
you, I should.
I know one of them because someone comments. Oh, what was it?
Why can I see him being like in Jurassic World?
No, not Jurassic World.
Oh no.
What?
Oh, you're gonna tell me? I forgot. Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna tell you, or I will tell you. I just didn't know if you want to guess.
Can you tell us?
Yeah. So Coleman Domingo is playing Michael Jackson's father in Michael. Which like I could see. Second movie he's in, or that I can see in his 2025 filmography, The Electric State, the upcoming Russo
with Millie Bobby Brown.
Yeah, the upcoming Netflix Russo brothers fake movie that no one's gonna watch, and they're gonna say is the most watched Netflix movie of all time.
No one is above the bag.
No one's above the bag. Good for him. The bag should be Norman Domingo, Norman Osborn.
Norman Domingo.
One is above that bag. That is so.
I was scrolling down and saw The Electric State, and I'm like, what the fuck?
He's just been Hollywoodified. Like he's just come in like to the big.
Yeah, good for him.
Actually, no, he hasn't.
Get that bag. $320 million budget. Insane.
And it looks awful. Like horrific.
I need to speak my truth on The Electric State.
No,
I think people are being too harsh on these trailers.
No,
they are not good trailers.
I need to speak my truth. That first clip that was released was not nearly as bad as first clips for other movies we've seen that have gotten dogged.
Yeah,
less.
It's real. 320 million budget. That's what we have to consider.
No, I'm not saying
better than anything in Wicked to me.
My thought is this movie will not be worse than a 2-star, and it's not going to be better than a 2.5 star.
320 million.
It doesn't look worse than Damsel. Do you guys remember Damsel that just came out? The dragon movie with Millie Bobby Brown.
I'm predicting The Electric State. I will give a half star for every $100 million they spent on it. That's my prediction.
Deal.
Yep.
Deal. Dude, Millie Bobby Brown's got some fighters in her ring. Good for her. I actually like Millie Bobby Brown in a decent amount of stuff.
What?
But-
What do you like her in?
Well, first off, Stranger Things,
Stranger
obviously.
Things?
I like Jurassic.
End of
Jurassic.
list.
I like the Godzilla vs Kong.
Godzilla.
Oh,
Kong.
fuck.
I like Godzilla vs Kong. The Eleanor Holmes.
Oh, stop it,
Oh,
Alex
no-
Coleman.
Alex
And
Coleman.
Nola. And Nola
Enola
Holmes.
Holmes. Not a bad film. Not bad. Dude, he went crazy for that movie. That was awesome. Yeah, she's not awful, but they posted the picture of her as like the wanted person in like Stranger Things, right? That clip. And I replied to it. It was like missing teen and it's a 30-year-old. And it went kind of viral, whatever. And she's got some fighters. I know she's 20. It was a joke. Everyone. She's not 15 either way. So
She does have some fighters. You are right. Like she does.
yeah, she's got some fighters. I know she's 20. It was just a joke.
Yeah,
I didn't
she's
want to
so-
like reply to
That's what
people and
people
like get
forget.
them.
People forget she's so fucking young. Like she has a whole career ahead of her. Let her get her bag now. Whatever. She's just.
I don't think
doing
she'll ever.
If
She
you're
doesn't
getting
care
your
about
bag
film.
now, do you ever get out of the bag because
No,
you get
she won't-
offered $4
She doesn't
million
even
for
like
something? And you're
films.
like,
She doesn't even like films.
No, it's because
There's
it's
no
what they
interest
always
in
say about
film.
celebrities is like your mind stays the same age as you were when you became famous. She became famous at like 11 years old, so she's never going to be able to
Hey.
be that mature actor.
11 years
Yeah,
old.
that's the only reason I'm guessing 11.
Hey.
But the fact she's 20
Um,
now, then she probably was freaking 11 on that movie.
3 presidents, 5 seasons of television. That's what, or 3 terms, I should say. 2 presidents.
Hey, I don't care. Everyone's
Oh,
turning
wait.
on Stranger Things. I'm still excited. For
I
that
think the
one.
first
I'm so-
season might have came out during the Obama administration.
They
It
did.
probably was around.
Holy
that.
shit,
It was around
4
that.
terms.
Yeah, we were in
Man,
high
we-
school.
Yeah, we need help, man.
Oh, is it that old?
5 seasons.
Cam.
That's crazy.
Cam, update on the happy birthday scandal, the 2025 ReelTok happy birthday
He
scandal.
hates me. That's the update.
Victoria says, "Oh my God, did I not respond? I still have a bunch of unread DMs. Oops."
Oh, chickskin DM, super cool girl. I get it. All right, man. When a celeb like me starts knocking, all right, you don't turn that down.
27 knocks on
If
it.
anything, this makes Victoria look even worse because what she's saying is, I haven't responded to
I'm
a
the-
lot of people.
I'm the same. She's saying I'm a peasant. I'm a lowly peasant. Her.
Yeah, she doesn't care about Cam Walsh 27.
Who do you
Cam.
think you are? I am.
Do you know? Sorry, Josh. Do you know? I was
No,
looking at
go.
your Twitter just then because I was looking for the Strange Things tweet. I can't believe Sammy watermarked his own video.
Dude, that was so.
I was texting him
That
about
was
that,
made me
dude.
laugh
I
so
was
much.
texting him about that. I was like, dude, what's going on?
Sammy's playing chess when everyone's playing checkers these days because he has 2 TikTok accounts. He uploads the same exact video. to.
I love Sammy.
No,
And I was
He-
like, and
he
I
has
text him
different
like, "Yo,
ones.
is this you?" And he's like, "Yeah." Sometimes when one account is not doing well, I'll just post it to the other one. I'm like, okay,
Yeah,
fair
he
play.
does. He goes back and forth. He does different videos, but he goes back and forth on what works.
What a guy.
But
Love it.
I think one of his videos went viral and was just posted a bunch, and he was like, I didn't get any followers for it, so I had to start watermarking this one just to see. And then he was like, I've also spent like 2 hours of making both those edits, and I was like, all right, that's maybe a
Also,
little
shout out
much.
him for getting both engaged and having a kid.
Oh yeah, shout out
Crazy.
Sammy. Yeah. What a guy.
Congrats.
I followed his
MEJ React.
fiance on TikTok, and I'm gonna start DMing her as well.
Then no one's
DM
gonna
everyone's
respond to you.
significant others.
Hey, in fairness, hold on.
Kind, I appreciate
Time
it.
to call out Cam Walsh 27.
Oh,
while
no.
we're here.
Actually,
I know
yeah.
looked at your
Tom,
DM
you
yet.
ignored me 3 days ago.
This is,
I
these
haven't
are my
looked at your
DMs
DM
with
yet.
Cam. Look how many DMs I sent to Cam that go unanswered.
No. I
All
like
these.
them all. They're funny.
None of these are liked. None of these are liked. These
Oh
are
well,
all
sometimes you don't
unanswered.
send me funny shit.
Dude,
Oh,
I
shit.
love George's
Do
Instagram
better.
reels he sends over because there's no theme or cohesive vision. It's just the most random
Just
collection
funny
of like
shit.
the weirdest things. I'm like, what?
Yeah, why are you on Reels so much, man?
Bro, it's not Reels. It's my Explore page. It's just all brain
Oh,
rot,
you
and
scroll
some of-
your Explore page?
Scrolling Instagram
Yeah.
is crazy.
That's
Dude, some-
crazy. What's up?
Do you see the funny shit I send you, bro? I cry at some of these fucking reels that I send you guys. They're so funny. All right, we're talking about news, so let's just continue. We'll do ReelTok Collection at the end. We
people
weren't
on
really
the
talking
toes.
about news. We were just kind of talking about nonsense. Critics' Choice last night. We won't spend too much time. Honora takes home Best Picture. Adrian Brody took home Best Actor. Demi Moore, Best Actress. Zoe Saldana took home Best Supporting Actress. Kieran Culkin took home Best Supporting Actor. And John M. Chu took home Best Director. Victoria immediately texted me, what do you think this means for the Oscars? My answer is nothing. I don't think.
Hope. What the fuck is Carmi?
Well, so between now and when this video uploads, today's also we'll get like the Producers Guild and the Directors Guild awards.
Yes.
So that should get some clarity too. All the Critics' Choice did. So Critics' Choice, Directors Guild, Producers Guild, and BAFTAs all overlap with the Oscars. I believe the BAFTAs have the biggest overlap. But I think all that we learned last night was that the acting categories are basically locked. Those 4 are winning every time. We thought that we knew the supporting, the Saldana and Culkin were locks, but it seems like Brody and Moore are starting to become there too.
Wait, who's
I will say
there
was Demi Moore, but there was the news that came out that basically said Oscar voters are struggling to vote for Emilia Perez in any category. I don't think that's going to hold true for Best Supporting Actress. I don't think they're going to punish Zoe Saldana. I will say this. Critics' Choice, they probably voted for these winners before all of this. Emilia Perez.
The votes were done before that happened. But still, I agree with you that I don't think Zoe Saldana will be punished.
Yeah, I don't think Zoe Saldana will be punished. I am still not calling her a lock because I can kind of see it happening. Kieran Culkin, lock. Demi Moore, lock.
I still think Adrian Brody isn't for sure lock, but I think I'm being naive. I still think I think he probably
Who's
is.
second behind Adrian Brody? Like
it's between him and Chalamet, and then it's between Moore and Madison.
No one. It's between Moore and Moore.
But yeah, the Critics' Choice doesn't mean much. But the only thing that's crazy is that Honora is the first film in the history of the Critics' Choice Awards, which is only 30 years old, so it's not nearly as old as the other ones, that won Best Picture without winning a single other award.
Nothing. That's the crazy. That makes me think. This is my Critics' Choice conspiracy theory. I think Emilia Perez was supposed to win that award, and they last minute pivoted to something else.
I could see it because Emilia Perez and Wicked tied for the most award wins of the show.
Yeah,
The Brutalist was like the biggest loser of the night. Like I was shocked Adrian Brody even won because it was winning nothing.
Brutalist, Complete Unknown, absolute losers.
Conclave did well ish.
Conclave
did
well.
Got
screenplay and ensemble. Nosferatu won cinematography. That's why. Oh, just fuck off. That's why that is the best award given all awards season.
You didn't like Dune winning VFX?
Oh yeah, Dune did win. Sorry, I'm going. I don't have the list open in front of me. I'm going off the top of my head. I have no idea who won what. John M. Chu, man.
That's so crazy.
That's so sick.
No.
Listen. Let me make it clear. He is not the best director of the year. He's not
the
even
worst.
Stop. That's absurd.
He's definitely not the worst of the year.
No, he's not the worst. He's the worst of the people.
He's not even in my top 10, probably. This is a cool win. Like, come on. This is a sick win.
I will say,
I think that's the worst part, though. Actually, no, it's not.
It has
the worst part is they allowed a tie for best comedy film. Any awards are that allowed to tie.
Yeah, what the fuck was that? I woke up this morning. That's crazy,
dude.
Just like Cannes Film Festival, how for best actress they're like everyone in Emilia Perez wins. It's like, bro, delete your award show if you're getting
that is crazy. I did see that. That wild.
0 ties at the ReelTok Podcast. We're the only serious award show, and the more I watch these dumb award shows, the more I realize we're the only serious aword show. Okay,
how can there be a tie? Like that's
trust me,
crazy.
Trust me, man. They're so stupid.
The one thing I will say with the Critics' Choice Awards is it made me, for the first time ever, because I've never really wanted to be a critic. I just enjoy being a loser who talks on the internet and says random stuff. It made me think like, man, this looks fun to be a critic because every award was like a crapshoot. Everyone in the room looked like they were in a ball because every time an award was announced, they're like, holy shit, that was a surprise. Yeah. Every single one, except the acting ones. But
because I don't get like what is the Critics' Choice Awards, and the reason I'm asking is because Emilia Perez won Best International Feature. It was the lowest rated movie across every single critic site among its nominees. Okay, Honora.
And we know they don't watch the films, George. We have this.
I don't get like who are the critics, because clearly it's no one that we listen to.
Critics who are employed by the people who make the films.
I don't know. It's all stupid.
Critics who are getting the French bag.
Yeah.
We're not talking about Fantastic Four trailer without Cam, so we'll skip over that.
Mid.
I have in the rundown, Variety is now predicting Timothée Chalamet to win Best Actor and Ariana Grande to win Best Supporting Actress. I put that in
clicks.
I put that in the rundown before the Critics' Choice Awards last night. So I do think that I'm sure news is going to come out today. Oh, Variety now predicts Adrian Brody and Zoe Saldana, blah, blah, blah. We got new behind the scenes of Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. And Tom Cruise is out of his fucking mind. This man, I'm convinced he will not be happy unless he dies on a movie set. I think if he dies in a hospital bed of old age, he'll be disappointed in himself. He is a psychopath. Cam is back. Fantastic Four trailer. That was the big trailer of the week. Yeah.
Come on.
202 million views in the first 24 hours, which does I don't think that's number one Marvel, but that puts it close to the top. I liked it. I like the suits. I like the retro vibe. I really did like what I saw. People complain.
I am amped. This looks so goddamn good. They're cooking. You fuckers, they're cooking. We're back.
You got adolescent ears next to you. Chill.
Sorry, bud. Yeah, I actually should chill. Sorry. They are so back. I'm so excited, man.
We are back. It did look.
This is like the first I felt from a Marvel trailer in so long. I'm excited for Captain America and Thunderbolts just because you know what they are. I am giddy. I'm giddy.
I'm
so amped.
Like this
means something to me.
Yeah, this dude, your reaction video. This shit means something to me, man.
I realized, and I was gonna do it with Jurassic Park, but like I'm not an analyzer. I'm not a Easter eggs guy. I'm not that. That's fine. But I'll tell you what's cool. And the Fantastic Four trailer is cool. Jurassic World trailer is cool. We'll talk that soon. But like these are cool looking trailers, and I'm excited.
Yeah, these are very cool. Twitter's so annoying when it comes to this shit. So annoying.
I didn't see one like negative reaction, so I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about.
You know, it's like the usual big podcast. Like, oh, it just looks so bad. It's so dull. It's so boring. Like,
calling out the big picture.
I think contrary to this, I think this looks
calling out the boring big picture.
I think this looks like
boring big picture.
I think this looks like
every time.
I think this looks good. I think this looks like they're trying something. I think this looks like skill. It looks fun. I like the look of the guy. What's his name? His actual name?
Galactus?
No.
The
thing.
The thing. Yeah.
Very comic
accurate. It's a weird one because it's like,
and it's like a real suit that he's wearing,
and he's got eyebrows.
So let's talk the thing. So Ebon Moss-Baccarat, real suit, comic accurate look. Not like very comic accurate. Thank you, bud. Very comic accurate, like he's like super happy with the team and then like internally upset, whereas like it feels like in the previous iterations he's just like pissed off, big angry man the whole time.
You got that shit on as well. You see that fit?
You got that shit on. That's
that shit on.
Crazy.
Yeah, no, look good. I think look good.
I do. You know the opening to the trailer, the retro whole thing. I kind of wish they kept that, like just
aspect ratio.
Really, really cool.
So I think that's like so I think what they're going for and what the MCU does a lot is like this team is like known worldwide. Like they are like the super team on this earth. Because this is not the MCU Earth, right?
Yeah.
Like it's a multiverse-esque area, whatever, Earth 616 or whatever we want to call it. But I think it's a mockumentary type thing of like there are these famous astronauts who got powers, and then I'm guessing that's what we're watching is like a TV clip, and then the rest of the trailer is just like how the movie looks, right?
Yeah, no, I agree. I like that look. I think it would have been cool to keep an aspect ratio like that, like something you never see in like a Monday Marvel film. But I think the trailer looks good. I'm pretty excited for it. I'm excited for it, and that's saying something because in this MCU, I can't remember the last time I watched an MCU film and had the slightest bit of anticipation outside of maybe Guardians 3. That's kind of about it. So no, it looks cool. I think it looks. I'm more excited for Fantastic Four than I am Superman.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know why. I think visually looks better. I think I'm kind of just more interested in it at this time being in terms of like the way it's put across, the time period as well, and I also just like, the Fantastic Four. And I think with Fantastic Four as well, if this makes sense. Superman, I have like a film that I really, really like. I don't have a Fantastic Four film that I really like, even though I like the Fantastic Four.
No, the first two stink. I'll say it. First two, they don't stink, but they're not very.
The first two don't stink, but people are starting to really overrate.
Fantastic Four or Superman?
Fantastic Four.
Fantastic Four.
I think they're like great.
Superman
like three stars. If you want to go 3.5,
three and a half.
But people are starting to treat them a little too high. But I agree with Seth in the fact that with like a little asterisk, I'm more excited for Fantastic Four than Superman as like an individual movie, but I'm more excited for Superman overall just because like the implications, like it's starting a universe, like DC, like is this going to work? Is this going to fail? There's just so much interesting, like outside the movie stuff going on that's feeding into Superman. That's why I'm just more interested in terms of just like as a what's the next 10 years going to look like. I feel like so much is riding on that movie. I can't imagine James Gunn sleeps easy at night. But I think as an individual movie, like, you know, if we go 10 years from now when we have James Gunn's entire universe at our disposal, we have all the MCU movies, like we'll probably think like Fantastic Four individual is the one I'm more excited for. But I'm most critical, like I will be critical about everything about the MCU. I'm not a huge fan at all of the MCU lately. There's really like no notes I have for the trailer. I love that. Like when they're in the academia like when he's like as a professor, the suits, the way the Thing looks, the generally like just Marvel movies have been more bland than lately. This one did not look it compared to what we see from like Captain America. Everything about this, like I have no notes. I think this looks awesome. It looks fantastic. I think I'm excited.
Yeah. I think
they got all of us excited for an MCU film.
Yeah, wild. I think the casting, especially like people were on their toes with Pedro Pascal and Joseph Quinn. I think.
Still weird casting for me though, the Pedro Pascal. I'm not like.
I don't think they look really good, and I think they work in the sense of this trailer. And it's I'm very excited for it. I think it's interesting that the one thing they're not. 1 second, bud. Yep, 1 second. I think it's interesting that the one thing they're kind of holding off is the stretching powers. I think for two reasons. One, stretching never looks good. Two, they just did it in Multiverse of Madness, so maybe they just do like the exact same thing in that as that. But I hope they've got some new technology that makes it look a little bit better. Because stretching never really.
This is incredible. Good. She looks good. Miss is incredible when she stretches. Looks good.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on.
Dude, she's
yeah, she does. But then like the flames look really good. They look different, like kind of more like a torch burning than like just a big fireball. I feel like. Oh shit, Human Torch. They should call him that. Sorry, I thought of that as soon as I said torch burning. My bad. Those are the things I think about.
I saw someone on Twitter complaining about
Galactus looks great.
I saw someone on Twitter complain about the way Vanessa Kirby's hair looks too like contemporary.
So
yeah,
stupid.
people are.
That's
just,
what her hair looks like in every movie she's in. I feel like, and people like get mad because it's not natural. I think that's what her hair looks like in every movie.
Well, no, I think they're just saying it doesn't look like hair in the 1960s.
Oh, okay.
They say the style's too contemporary, but then I'm like, who fucking cares?
Your mom's too contemporary. That's a stupid thing to care about in movies.
We're in a fucking like a universe where there's a man made of like rock walking around with like eyebrows and a top hat.
Maybe in this universe, that's what contemporary is. It's not our Earth. Maybe that's
there you go. Exactly.
Yeah, there you
Maybe
go.
she time traveled to the future through a multiverse, and like the thing she took away from it, she's like, hair kind of rocks in the future. I'm gonna bring this back to the 60s.
Bring this back. There you go.
I will say, like, one thing Marvel did really well in Eternals, and I tweeted this, is like the Celestial. One second, bud. The Celestial, when it comes to Earth, looks sick. If they do that with Galactus, I'm in. I'm all for it, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Ralph Ineson playing Galactus as well. No.
Mm-hmm.
Really, really cool.
Will we ever see? So I remember, I don't even know if they still keep it up, but every time a Marvel movie comes out, I always see a tweet from like probably the same account that goes viral. It's like, it's been 17 Marvel projects since this rock has landed, like the Celestial landed, and
it's in Captain America: Brave New World.
That's there we go. Those tweets will end.
That's like where we're getting adamantium. Yeah. So, right,
that first clip of Captain America.
What do we have in the MCU? Vibranium or adamantium? Which one's in the MCU? Okay, so yeah, adamantium's coming from the Celestial.
Yeah.
Yeah, Captain America's gonna be really bad.
There you go.
But fantastic.
Yeah, that was awful.
That clip they released to Captain America,
bad.
One where he's fighting that guy. God,
it looked rough. And speaking of things that look rough, I don't think it's in the rundown. whoever released that Henry Cavill screen test of James Bond
Yeah.
hates Henry Cavill. That was a tough watch. That was a tough
PR
Yeah.
team.
That was
crazy,
not
wasn't it?
great.
I was like, that was the first time ever that I watched Henry Cavill and thought, oh, now I can see that he's a guy who's obsessed with Warhammer and video games and action figures. Like, now I get it. Because he did not look like a naturally like suave, sophisticated dude at all.
He looked like
someone had it
rugged.
out for him. Why they released stuff in 2006? It's 19 years ago.
Maybe they know they're about to announce their next James Bond, and to get
They want the comparison.
To stop people from tweeting it should have been Henry Cavill, they released this dog shit interview or audition, and people are like, oh, okay, maybe he shouldn't have been.
Yeah,
maybe this was a good choice. Another big trailer of the week, Jurassic World Rebirth, my king, Gareth Edwards.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Got all the ingredients of a Gareth Edward project. Just looks sick, massive, probably going to lack on the story side. The narrative's going to be a little weak, but whatever, man. It's dinosaurs and Mahershala Ali and Scarlett Johansson. I'll take
this is the TikTok audio that's like, you know what? Hell yeah. You know what? Hell yeah. That's all it is. It's just cool things that maybe not the best movie ever, but cool shit.
Hey, listen, I'm a defender of the creator still. I very much like the creator. I very much like Rogue One. I know someone on this podcast is a loser about Rogue One.
2 people on the podcast.
2 people? Who?
No, Tyler's favorite movies.
Star Wars. No, I thought Cam, I thought you had it at 3 as well. No.
It's low for Star Wars for me, but it's not
lower.
It's not lower than like Attack of the Clones or Phantom Menace.
Should be. I think Gareth Edwards is a man.
Rogue One.
Gareth Edwards is a man.
He makes movies, bro.
He's not a hack.
Go rewatch that. He's not a hack. He's just
George, you haven't seen that fucking film he did, man.
Which one?
Monsters. Watch Monsters.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't hate either Rogue One or Creator or the Godzilla film he did for that matter. I'm just not sold on it. I just don't really like his stuff. And this for me, if we're talking July releases, this is by far the one I'm least anticipating.
I mean, this is going to be a summer blockbuster through and through. It's going to make millions upon millions of dollars.
So are the other 2 though.
And the average, but the average rating for Jurassic World Rebirth on Letterboxd is going to be a 3.1.
It's a good prediction.
That's probably about right.
That's my prediction.
Because Dominion's like a 2.4.
Yeah,
I think Dominion's low. I think Dominion's like absurd.
Dude,
low, to be honest.
When Dominion came out, and I was like very active on TikTok, and I was shitting on Dominion, bro. People hated me. People love
Dominion. Yeah, people.
The Jurassic movies have like such an insane cult following, man.
I mean, think how much it made. Dominion made like
crazy, an absurd amount.
Yeah.
So yeah, these movies just don't shit on them on social media, or else you'll get absolutely dunked on. Kate Mara and Rooney Mara will star in a Werner Herzog's new movie, Bucking Fastard.
Yeah, that's the news of the week.
I'm not going to pretend I'm familiar with Werner Herzog's filmography. I've never seen him. Yeah, I never saw that iteration of Nosferatu.
You should go into his filmography. He's made some fucking good films, man.
I know, I should. I genuinely couldn't even tell you another movie he's made outside of Nosferatu. But the film is based on the true story of 2 inseparable twin sisters who live on the fringes of society. I'm still excited for this because Kate Mara and Rooney Mara, I think, are great. Very awesome actresses.
Have they ever been together in a movie?
I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so.
I can't recall any.
And then Robert Eggers, last bit of news. Robert Eggers says Werewolf is the darkest film he's ever written by far, and is described as a werewolf movie set in 13th century England with dialogue true to the time period. I can't even say this feels like. I mean, I can say it feels like Robert Eggers' magnum opus, but like Nosferatu just came out.
No, that's got to be his magnum opus.
Which one?
Nosferatu.
Yeah, for sure. But like again, like this man he knows what he's good at. He knows the time period he's good at. He knows the vibe he's good at, and he's going to stick with it.
In the words of that High School Musical song, what is it? Stick to the status quo. Stick to the stuff you know.
Yep.
That's Robert Eggers right now.
Wow.
He's good at that shit. He's good
Love
at that.
That's insight you won't get anywhere.
That's
else,
a
let me tell you.
crazy.
A ReelTok podcast right here.
Never in my life did I think I would hear High School Musical and Robert Eggers in the same sentence.
All right, I'll-
Comment down below. Which High School Musical was your favorite? The answer's
That
two.
was-
The answer's
that was-
two.
Yeah, Tyler.
Absolutely absurd, Seth.
No, I'm just like that.
Uh,
It's true though. Like the guy is just sticking to what he's good at, and that's it. He
I
just
mean,
does
listen,
that.
he knows
And
what
I'm here for it because I love him. You know?
Yeah, guy knows what he's good at. All right, let's move on to finally the ReelTok Collection.
Horny stuff right here. Very
How
horny
do I
stuff.
how do I put this in like is this the
Slideshow.
Yeah. Is that?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, you
Okay.
did it. Nice.
All right, welcome to the ReelTok. This is by the way, I did not just make this. This is the one I made last year. So this was nice to come in handy. But all right, ReelTok Collection. A reminder of what the ReelTok Collection is. ReelTok Collection is movies where all four of us give the movie a 5 out of 5 stars. Once the movie is in the collection, it stays in the collection. So let's say we have a movie that all four of us give 5 stars. If in a week I lower it to a 4.5 stars, that movie is still going to stay in the ReelTok Collection. The ReelTok Collection also includes Best Picture winners of the ReelTok Podcast. And then last time we did this, we each added 2 honorary members. So an update on what currently sits in the ReelTok Collection: 12 Angry Men, 2001: A Space Odyssey, Apocalypse Now, Dune Part 1, The Godfather, Heat, Memories of Murder, No Country for Old Men, Old Boy, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, Parasite, The Social Network, the 2 ReelTok Best Picture winners, After Sun and Oppenheimer, and then our 4 favorites. I forgot to mention that: Cam, Empire Strikes Back; George, The Dark Knight; Seth, The Return of the King; and Tyler, About Time. And then we each had 2 honorary additions. Seth added Lost Highway and Through the Glass Darkly. Cam added Into the Spider-Verse and The Truman Show. Tyler added There Will Be Blood and Good Will Hunting. And George added Jurassic Park and Back to the Future.
Not sure if you did you add anything to this? Because
no. This
is
is
also
not
in there.
This is not including the additions.
Well, I'm just saying, like the additions we're adding now, but we add the ReelTok Best Picture winner every year. Dune Part 2 would have been added to that.
I know. I'm just saying this is the existing one.
Okay.
We haven't gone through what we've added yet. I didn't even make a slide for the new one, so we're just gonna write it out right now. So you're gonna watch me ad hoc this
New slide.
new slide.
Add 14. Just copy and paste slide 14, and then you can
Don't
just
confuse him, Cam.
No.
he's killing me. He's killing me.
Cam wants to
doing well.
ruin my there. Oh my god, I gotta duplicate it. Okay, I mean delete.
I
this.
just meant for Dune Part 2. That's all I meant.
Cam, I got it, bro. I got it. Hold on. Here we go. Cam just. It's the
Breaking
real
my
Cam.
heart, man.
No. Here we go. This is now number 27. Hope this is making you happy, Cam. 27. Dune Part.
Well, I just want it to be official. All right.
Nope.
Let's just have some damn respect.
20.
And I think it's worth noting
There we
every
go.
single Dune. All right. Where is this thing? Is this in my Google Drive? You're killing me.
I think Dune is the first. And correct me if I'm wrong. Is Dune the first movie to be in the ReelTok Dune Part 2? That being the first movie in the ReelTok Collection where we all give it 4 stars and it won Best Picture.
Yeah.
Did we all?
At one point in time, we all gave it a 5. Yeah.
Yeah. Why? Who does
I
not
think
give it a 5?
I don't have it. I think it's also. Fuck, what am I doing? I think it's also the first franchise to have both its movies in it, or any of them.
Or multiple, yeah.
True, multiple. All right. Well, on top of that, we are also going to each add an additional honorary mention. Right?
Yeah.
1 or 2.
One
We each
each,
have
but I get a bonus
each.
one because of winning the drafts.
Oh yeah, true. So this is 8. So 13 surprise.
Where do we go? with
Why?
this?
Why? Whoa! Why?
What?
Nothing.
No.
It's your show. It's your show, man.
Speak your truth. Speak your truth. What do you want?
Why? You're gonna get this slide too jumbled. Make a new slide.
Oh, I'll just lower the font, bro. It's not gonna be jumbled.
It's jumbled, man. It's jumbled. It's got.
It's not. You're bugging out. You're
Christ, man. These fucking guys.
I need to move my laptop closer. You guys gonna get a nice.
For a guy, I assume you work in PowerPoint quite often. Well, more.
No, he's on Excel.
Straight up, I've never touched PowerPoint at work in my life.
He's using Excel.
Okay.
He's on Excel.
I accept, but you're killing me, man.
Sorry, this is what we're doing now. Okay.
What order are we adding them in?
Maybe like a round robin. We all go around, and then Tyler finishes us off with his like.
Yeah. All right. So we'll go Tyler, Cam, George, Seth, because that's the order that you guys are showing.
Okay.
What happens when I add Bluey the Sign?
I'll respect it.
I'm putting in La La Land. It was buyer's remorse last year for putting About Time instead of La La Land. It was like basically like right after you finish recording, I was like, guess I'm gonna have to wait another year to make that happen.
Yep. No,
so it should have been La La Land all along. So finally,
Congratulations to La La Land on making the ReelTok Collection.
Wait, sorry, I meant Moonlight.
We have to there's got to be a way to make DVD slips that you slide into the DVD thing. We got to buy all these movies and then make DVD slips for them of
for the ReelTok Collection.
Yeah.
All right,
I think we need that.
What are you adding to?
I'm sorry. I'm gonna be super lame. I'm adding Across the Spider-Verse.
Bluey. I'd Bluey, Cam. I respect.
No, I one day maybe 2027. I think is when the Bluey movie comes out. Maybe that will get added, but the Bluey episode that's on Letterboxd is just a long episode, not a full.
For ReelTok historians, though, even though Across the Spider-Verse came out before Dune Part 2, ReelTok historians know Dune was the first franchise to get multiple before Spider-Verse. Even though when you look at this 10 years from now, you'd be like, oh, the two Spider-Verses, then the two Dunes. No. Real ones, remember.
The Spider-Verse is a bit of a Mickey Mouse entry as well, just because it's me entering it in. Rather than truly getting in on merit for Dune. But yeah, I think right now Across the Spider-Verse is my favorite movie of all time. I can't.
Yeah, it's got to be in the collection. It's got to be in.
I can't stop watching it. It's amazing, man. So yeah, I'm happy.
What's amazing is the Amazing Spider-Man. Better than Across the Spider-Verse.
Put that in.
Don't say that, Tyler. Come on.
Put that in, Tyler. You got one more.
I'm trying to take you seriously here, dude. All right. I'm gonna be honest, didn't quite think this one through. But I have some ways I want to go. I think I would I would like to add Arrival, but we already have a bunch of Denis movies in here, so I kind of want to throw out a new filmmaker. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go with Cameron Crowe's Almost Famous. I would like that. I would love that in the collection.
Very fitting addition for you.
Yeah. Appreciate that. We're doing, sorry. We're doing one each and then two for Tyler, right?
Yes.
So Seth would go next.
Seth, what are we adding to the pod? Yo, Cam, look how much space I have, by the way.
Oh, what happens when you have one extra Tyler? You're screwed. You're screwing it. I hate this guy. Get him off the pod. Still need Tyler to watch Seven Samurai to get it.
Tyler, are you watching your boy Demonar absolutely dog walk Bellucci right now?
No, I'm watching Benchich Kruger because I'm for equal opportunity.
Come on, man. Why you gotta do me like that? All right, Seth, what is being added to the podcast collection?
Don't know.
I know. My La La Land was obvious for me. My second one, there's 6, and it's just really going to be George is going to say my name, and I'm
in
just
6 years they'll all be there.
Tyler, I'm going to text you, and I want you to choose out of these two for me.
Okay. I'm looking at my phone. I'll say either the first or the second.
Put
one.
Taylor Swift the
say one or two. Although you've seen one and you haven't seen two, so I don't know.
Yeah, I mean
hodgepodge. Add in hodgepodge.
No, but think about it logically. What do you think?
2 would be the first of that director. 1 will be a 5-star on my next watch. I don't know. No,
would be the first.
There will be blood.
I don't think. Oh, Tyler, you
right on your screen, man.
Sorry.
But okay, I love 1. 1's a 5-star.
Okay. Yeah.
So
well, I was gonna add Phantom Thread because I rewatched it recently. It's like the best film ever. But now I know. Now I've noticed we have a Paul Thomas Anderson on there already. I won't, and I will add Kiyoshi Kurosawa's Cure. That'll be my pick.
Good pick.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna look up Kiyoshi Kurosawa's spelling before I get shit on.
As you would describe it, you know.
Since we're shouting out all of our favorite mutuals on the spot, I'll shout out Looks Like a Movie Pod because we were doing talking Oscar nominations when I was on, and Doug's pronunciation of names is just an all-timer. And someone commented it too on the episode. It's like all-time Doug pronunciation. So it just made me think of that.
In a good way or a not good way?
No, it's just like every single name, even the ones you'd think would be quite obvious pronunciation, was just butchered. Just every one. So when George was like looking up Kiyoshi Kurosawa, which I agree.
Villeneuve.
Pretty much, yeah.
Cam.
Me.
What up, sweetheart?
I'm guessing he has that same thing. Okay, good. Yeah, it gives me a couple seconds to think before the typer comes back. Big decision here.
Bailey just handed me this and said, "This is Star Wars." And God, kids are awesome, man. Yeah, George. Hell yeah.
I don't even have kids. I'm a grown ass man.
Yeah, you are. Hey, dude, this is not from having kids, so don't worry. Dude's recognizing Grogu and saying Star Wars, even though he thinks it's Yoda. But
that's my boy. Toss him up here.
Okay. I think I've decided.
Is that making that noise? Or is that Cam's child?
No, that was my toy.
Oh, okay.
I was on mute. I can't take blame.
Hold on.
Oh, mine is not that. Mine's just like a stuffed animal.
Like
mine's
eyes like
that is like quite weird to be honest.
It's quite disturbing, yeah.
Shout out Grogu.
All right. So I'm gonna go. There's other movies I kind of want to pick a little more than this, but I'm going the same strategy that Seth had with the director. You know, we haven't had a director of this director in the collection yet. And it just feels right to have them in here. So we're gonna go Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Nice.
Tarantino.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. That is a hell yeah. Shout out that movie. So good.
We like you.
Yeah, it's tough. I really want to put a Shyamalan in there, but I can't find one that's just like a good common ground because like it's like
I'm sick of Quentin Tarantino right now, just in his silliness of I can only make 10 movies.
Also, just Quentin Tarantino in general, like as a prick, but he makes good film. So yeah, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I like it.
The one of the funniest replies I've seen to his like 10 film like that is Alex Coleman's like favorite reaction meme of the guy going, It's like Quentin Tarantino.
Alex is so loaded. Alex is so like loaded with reaction. I've stole so
trying to go meme for meme with Alex and Sammy is like truly the most.
I'll text Alex
possible, man.
I'll be texting like Alex about like just football, the most random thing, and he will reply with something that is so on point reaction
every time. It's incredible. Shout out them.
Shout Alex.
I love those fellas. But
all right,
George, what are you gonna do next year when we add 5 more? And
I'm gonna
lower the lower. Yeah,
and then I'm just gonna lower the font.
Speaking of lowering font sizes for things to fit, we got to do another like greatest movies of all time draft where we do every time you pick one, it eliminates that director and the lead actor. That was fun.
Those are fun.
We should rip one of those again.
Yeah. We got to figure that out. Yeah.
George, do you have access to our ReelTok Letterbox so you can update like our official list on Letterbox with these new additions?
Mateo has access.
Mateo, we can get him too.
Yeah.
We added 5 new ones. Awesome. Love it.
All right. Well, yeah, hell yeah. So that wraps up the ReelTok Collection. New additions, Dune Part 2, Kiyoshi Kurosawa's Cure, Cameron Crowe's Almost Famous, Tarantino's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Damien Chazelle's La La Land, and Across the Spider-Verse. I don't know the directors. Yeah,
is this something like Dos Santos or something?
It's like 3. It's like 3 directors. Just Phil Lord and Chris Miller. It's their brainchild.
But all right.
Shamik Moore's Across the Spider-Verse. George, before you wrap us up, Just want to give one more big shout out, Magic Mind. If you want to go check them out, they have a limited offer that you can get up to 48% off your first subscription or 20% off a one-time purchase with the code ReelTok. So www.magicmind.com/ReelTok, ReelTok. It's an odd spelling, but it's our podcast spelling. ReelTok, ReelTok. Go check out Magic Mind. Works really well. Actually, really, really does.
You keep saying it's weird spelling. It's just our name, man. You hate our name?
Well, REAL is real. Talk is TALK.
Yeah,
I hope listeners be in the loop by now.
Real.
I mean, I think they've got it at this point. But it's just if you were to say if you were going to go up to a counter at a checkout and say name is ReelTok, how do you think they'd spell it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
All right, well, that was a good spot to end a sub 2-hour podcast. When was the last time we did that?
Are we washed?
Yeah, we are washed.
Well, we didn't see Love Hurts or Hard Eyes, but both seem dog.
No one
cares.
Love Hurts got horrible reviews, and Hard Eyes is Spyglass, and we hate Spyglass. And that, screw Spyglass for what they did to Melissa Barrera and Scream. I won't pretend that's the only reason none of us saw it. I don't think any of us were interested in the movie anyways, but still, screw Spyglass.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's a good excuse, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If we want to get to plus 2 hours, I could definitely talk for 10 minutes on Zack Snyder's Justice League.
I think you're fine.
No, I think we'll leave it there.
But all right, shout out our executive producers, Mr. Stefan Johnson, Devin Willett, and Alex Kephart. Again, shout out all of our patrons. This Thursday, we are doing another. What are we calling this new
ranking? Guessing the ratings.
We can't do this every week, though. We're going to run
franchise.
We're not going to do it every week, but you go watch our last two real quicks, and you'll know.
Ranking the top 10, whatevers.
Yeah, we're doing another one of those. And then Friday for our patrons, we are reviewing Michael Mann's The Insider. So if you want to hear our extended thoughts on The Insider, this Friday, check out our patron. And remember, if you are a patron, you do get a 20% off code for merch. So there's another reason to join our patron.
My face, please.
Yeah. But all right, that'll wrap up Real Talk episode 127, and we will see you all on Thursday.
Peace.